Model murder mystery. An Instagram influencer found dead in a Richmond apartment. The body of the man accused of killing her also inside.
I mean, your first insight when I went into my daughter's apartment and saw her there, anger took over. Well, I'm sorry. Sadness took over real quick. My girlfriend, bless her little heart, at the time ran upstairs. Saw the guy still in there. Anger took over. And she's crying hysterically. I'm mad as can be, especially because the guy's still up there. My girlfriend later on asked me, why didn't you cry at first? And I said, I didn't cry because I was so mad and upset at this guy, even though he was committing suicide at the time.
She was the queen of Instagram, an icon in the making, a dazzling life built on beauty, ambition, and millions of devoted followers. But on a quiet Sunday morning, her world collapsed. Janae Gagne, known online as Mercedes Moore, was found dead in her luxury Texas apartment. Next to her, a strange man with blood on his hands. Authorities called it a murder-suicide, but her family wasn't convinced. They knew something darker had been stalking her, watching, lurking, and now they're searching for answers. And so are we. Before she became a social media sensation, Janae was just a smart, vibrant girl growing up in Houston, Texas. Born on November 26, 1987, to Mark Gagnier and Janetta Grover, she was the heartbeat of her family, the eldest daughter, a daddy's girl, and her mother's best friend. Her parents, both former military, instilled in her discipline, grit, and unconditional love. Janae was always stylish, always sharp, and by age 12, she was already braiding hair in the garage to earn money. But when her parents divorced, the stability cracked. The separation split the family between Texas and California. Janae and her younger sister London were shuffled back and forth, dividing their lives between states, schedules, and emotional loyalties. Janae's laughter faded into quiet rebellion. She got into fights at school, clashed with her parents, pushed boundaries, not out of cruelty, but out of pain she couldn't voice. After high school, she enrolled in dental assistant school, but the structure didn't suit her spirit. She followed a boyfriend to Las Vegas and began working as a dancer. That's when Mercedes Moore was born, a name synonymous with luxury and allure. And she excelled. Within months, she was making up to $5,000 every weekend. Her parents were concerned, but when they saw her confidence and financial independence, they chose to support her. Still, Janae wasn't content to stop at dancing. She pivoted to social media. Her Instagram exploded, drawing attention from celebrities like Drake, Travis Scott, and Offset. Her beauty was undeniable, but her ambition was her real power. She launched an OnlyFans account, began modeling, selling hair extensions and sportswear. She was turning herself into a brand, and it was working. But fame came with shadows. 4 years before her death, she was doxxed. Her home address leaked by an obsessed fan. She didn't speak about it publicly, but those close to her noticed the shift. She became cautious, withdrawn. She moved into Cortland Apartments, a gated community in Richmond, Texas, with keypad access, cameras, and fences. But even behind security, she never felt safe. She stopped posting her location in real time. She rarely showed the outside of her building, but the anxiety never left. And tragically, it wasn't enough. On August 29, 2021, Mark Gagnier returned from a fishing trip to a chilling call from his daughter, London. I haven't heard from Janae in days. It was unlike her. She always checked in, always posted, but now, silence. 3 days of it. Where Mark drove straight to her apartment. Her BMW was parked outside. He knocked. No answer. Called her phone. Nothing. The door was locked. Without thinking, he kicked it in. He found her at the bottom of the staircase. Her clothes were torn, her body cold. Blood painted the floors. On the walls, lipstick messages scrawled in anguish. I should have stayed in Florida. I was used. I wish I never loved her. Upstairs, a man gasped for air. A knife plunged into his neck. Kevin Alexander Acorto, 34 years old. He didn't know her. He had no criminal record, just an obsession. He died within minutes.
Neighbors we spoke with call the complex quiet and secure.
It'd be kind of surprising to know that this was an intruder, someone that broke into the house, because I wouldn't think that that would happen here.
News of Mercedes' death swept the internet. Fans lit candles. Hashtags like RIP Mercedes Moore trended worldwide. Celebrities mourned. Drake dedicated his album Certified Lover Boy to her. For a brief moment, her legacy rose above the tragedy. Her family found comfort in the global love, if only for a while. Then came the lies. Rumors spread. HIV, COVID, a jealous sugar daddy. None of it true. She had been murdered by a stalker she never knew. But the online world twisted her death into a spectacle. Critics blamed her career, her platform, her choices, as if any of that justified violence. Her family pushed back. Our daughter didn't ask for this. She was hunted. The autopsy was clear. She died from strangulation and blunt force trauma. There was no sign of forced entry. Investigators theorize Acorto may have followed someone through the gate or found a way in through deception. How he tracked her exact apartment remains a mystery. But there was no connection, no communication, no prior relationship. Just delusion and obsession sharpened by the digital age. Mark and Janetta stepped forward publicly. Their grief was raw. "My daughter was sunshine," Janetta said. "She was sweet, funny, loving, and now she's gone." Mark, who discovered the scene, admitted he still couldn't sleep. London, her sister, posted, "You were my strength, now you're my angel." Mercedes Moore's death wasn't a scandal. It was a horror. A tragedy of a woman stalked, violated, and silenced. And it could have happened to anyone. Her beauty didn't shield her, her fame didn't protect her, and her carefulness wasn't enough. We remember Mercedes not just as an online persona, but as a daughter, sister, and human being. A woman who deserved a future. Her story is a warning, yes, but more than that, it's a call for empathy, for stronger protection, and for a world that values privacy and safety over spectacle. Be careful who follows you. Not every fan is a friend.